with all the trades going around, it's almost like a keep your head on a swivel because I really like in years past.
Aaron Rodgers might be traded.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
That's not what I'm saying.
Maybe.
But you start to hear things through the grapevine like, oh, maybe DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett is available, and the Seahawks will be, and then maybe the Packers have 2 first-round picks now. Maybe they will kind of hop back in and make a move. So I really am. In years past, you don't do it, but it's kind of head on a swivel. Like, hey, something might happen.
Ty Schmidt just alluded to something that leaked earlier today. Allegedly, the Packers and the Chiefs both in conversation for if DK Metcalf is available. That came from Jack Settleman. And I'm going to settle it right now. Whenever you talk about the settlement, this son of a bitch is settling it and setting it straight.
That's right. Reliable source.
Jack Settleman, whenever his name pops up on a little bit of a source or a feed, you say, hey, Jack, that settles it.
Yeah.
With Settleman. All right? And the thing about him is he's saying that the Packers and the Chiefs have inquired about DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett's availability. Seattle is opening to listening to offers for their star wide receivers, but nothing is imminent, which is fascinating because I forget who it was. Somebody came out and said they chatted with Pete Carroll, a member of the Seahawks. And basically, Pete Carroll said, hey, this isn't a rebuild. We're just trying to do things in a different way. I'm older, I'm chewing my gum still. I'm doing my thing. We're still competing every single day. We're still shooting hoops in the team meeting room. We're still having Will Ferrell come around and do that whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
We're just trying to do it in a different way than we have in the past because although it did bring us a Super Bowl, it hasn't in some time. We need to change shit up. If they move on from DK and Tyler Lockett, that'll be very fascinating. Very, very fascinating to me because it does seem like, you're rebuilding for sure. Yeah. Now, Drew Lock is allegedly a person that they enjoy at the quarterback position, but then insiders say, hey, look for Seattle Seahawks to be interested in Matt Corral. Look for them to be interested in Malik Willis. Look for them to be interested in Kenny Pickett. Look for them to be interested in Baker Mayfield. So it's who knows what we don't know. We'll keep our eyes and ear to the ground in this vicious cockfight that is the NFL free agency period that has been ramped up much more, I think, than it has in the past. Let's bounce around a little bit. Allegedly, the Packers and Chiefs have reached out to DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett of the Seattle Seahawks to see if there's any interest. They reach out to the team to see if there's any interest for the players. This comes via Jack Settleman.
Hell yeah.
DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett potentially on the move because Russell Wilson was on the move or because Drew Lock can't hit him with the football? What are you thinking here? They're doing a full rebuild. Who's going to be their quarterback? What the hell's going on in Seattle, AJ Hawk?
Well, I would imagine DK and Lockett both are probably wondering who's going to be the quarterback, who's going to throw me the ball. So I don't know if they want to get out of there or not. Are people trying to claim these guys are a package deal, or is it you get one or the other?
No, individual lookout, I think.
What kind of compensation do you have to give up for a guy like DK who's going to sign a big deal too here soon?
Well, Tyreek Hill won for a 1, a 2, a 4. No.
Yeah.
And a 4 and a 6.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was what Tyreek Hill won for. Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 4, and a 6. That's Tyreek Hill. Now, DK Metcalf will hear whatever we say right now, and him being compared probably if we say anything negative, which is 100% okay and good. I don't know if he goes for anywhere near what Tyreek Hill goes for. No offense to DK Metcalf. I would assume it would have to be a couple high draft picks.
He's only 25? He's a young dude still.
And he does stuff that nobody else can do. So I think the fact that he still hasn't had, the Super Bowl and the primetime moments that maybe Tyreek has had and the way Tyreek was used as opposed to how DK was used, even though Russell Wilson was incredible at deep balls, I think his value will be high, but it won't be as high or nearly as high as the Tyreek Hill or even the Devontae Adams stuff. Correct. I would wonder what teams would be interested because if the Packers are able to get DK Metcalf, that's a game changer, right? Especially with MVS.
You have to think down the road, though. You have to think of, are we going to be able to give this guy the next contract that he deserves?
Yeah, you got to extend him right away, probably.
Because he's up next year, right?
Yeah, after this year. This is last season.
It's just like what somebody came out and spoke for the Chiefs and said once Drew Rosenhaus told, I forget who, Drew Rosenhaus, who's Tyreek Hill's agent, came out and said once the Adams deal happened, it kind of set everything sideways because the numbers changed. The Chiefs didn't think they were going to be able to do that. So instead of, not being able to get him another deal next year and just not getting anything in return, they decided to trade him now and get all those picks back, which I guess is a good deal. But Keenan Allen said some people are going to get exposed from this.